A percentage means out of 100. When you see a sofa that's been on sale at 75% off, it means that 75 1/100ths of a price has been removed, and that balance is that you pay is 25% of the original price. 100% of something is all of it, and 0% of something is none of it. We pretty much instinctively know that 50% is half. And percents really can be written as fractions. For example, the fraction for 100% is 100 over 100. And you can see this is the same as writing 1.00 as a decimal. 75% is the same as 75 over 100, which can be written 0.75. Another way to convert 75% into a decimal is to simply move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So if you start off by writing 75.0 and move the point 1 place to the left, then you see it's 7.50, and move it again to the second point to the left and you get 0.75. And this works the same in reverse. If you know the decimal, you can work out the percentage by moving the decimal point to the right. This is useful. To find out what a percentage of something is, you multiply by the decimal. For example, 36.3% of £258.64 is 0.363 multiplied by 258.64. Go on, try it. And you'll see this works out as 93.88. To work out the percentage you have of something, you use a two-step process. The first thing you do is convert to a decimal by dividing the part that you have by the total of the whole thing, and multiply this by 100. If you have 233 invited wedding guests and 197 have RSVP'd, the percentage that you have is 197 divided by 233, and this in turn multiplied by 100. And you can see that this will be 84.5% that have replied. You can combine this in Excel in one formula. For example, equals sum B2 divided by B1 times 100. It works in a similar way to find the number of something that you have if you know the percentage. First step, convert the percentage to a decimal and multiply that by the total. So if you have 33% of £167,000 inheritance, how much have you got? Well, 33 is the same as 0.33. So you have 0.33 times 167, which is 55,110. You can combine this in Excel into one formula. Equals sum, two opening parentheses, B14 times 0.01, close bracket, times $B $13. Note, multiplying something by 0.01 is how you convert a percentage to a decimal. Try it on a calculator. Excel handles percentages in various ways. You can format a cell that has no contents in as a percentage. You can see here that B3 is marked as being general. Change it to percent and then enter, say for example, 75. You can see there that it displays 75%. If you do the same thing with a cell, in this case B4, and change it from number or general and change it to a percentage, an apparently strange thing happens. That doesn't look right. 32500, that's a big percentage. The reason why it doesn't look right is that you've multiplied an integer, a large integer, converted it into a percentage, but don't forget, Excel is looking for a decimal to be at that point. So the figure that's there is correct for the figure that was in there before, 325. Let's do that again with another cell which has got the number 1 in and change that to a percentage, and we've already seen that that should come out as 100%. And similarly we'll do that for a cell that has 0.4 in, change that to a percentage, 40%, and you'll see that this will become 120%. Let's look at how this works in the real world. And here are some figures for the number of people who have been invited for bowel screening within a particular London borough, Havering. To see what percentage of those invited to screening, what was the percentage actually attended within 6 months of the invite, and we're going to sort it by GP practice. So what we have to do is divide the number of people screened by the number of people invited and then multiply that by 100. In Excel, the formula for this would be, in this instance, equals sum, open bracket, 5 divided by E5 multiplied by 100.